All right. Well, very good morning here in April. So welcome to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. This is a farm map. We're a few years into it. I believe this is year 3 or 4. Um, Here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, we have quite a bit of land. We have a lot of cattle. Primary thing is cattle. Um, Although we spend most of our time in the fields anyway. So, quick tour of the house. I am gonna work on a mods list to post on these videos, just that way, all the mods are done. I honestly don't remember who the hell made this house, um, just because it has been like a month into this map. I really wasn't planning on recording on this map, but did anyway. Very, very common farm sim modded house to see this in a lot of creators. So, coming out here to the garage, we got my truck. So we are double D cattle with D's because it's funny, It's supposed to be funny. Got my Road Glide, beautiful little Harley Davidson there. I had a Street Glide and a Softail, but I got rid of them for the Road Glide because of money. Got my partner's truck over there, and we're gonna be taking the farm truck to work today. This is our farm truck, good old 12 valve Chevrolet. Where did I leave this? Yeah, it does have a Cummins engine in it. Yeah, right there. Turbo diesel. We got the RV. So yeah, in with an interior. We do have an RV park on the map that we will be taking the RV out to soon. So expect a video on that. In here in the side garage, we got weed whacker, lawnmower, flatbed trailer, our motorcycle trailer, and our Polaris Ranger. This is going to be reorganized. I think those trailers are going to go somewhere else because this garage is going to start being filled up with other stuff. I know some new toys coming to the farm soon. Normally we're really broke. $208,000 is a lot of money on this farm. Normally I'm like nowhere near that. So, um, you guys joined at an interesting time. Um, I'm gonna give y'all a quick farm tour, and we'll see what y'all think. So over here to the right is our grain field. We have barley in it right now. Over here to the left is the field we're gonna be working in today. This is our soybean field, one of them. And up ahead here is the main farm lot area. There is a little bit of lag in this area sometimes, so if you do see lag in the video, I apologize. There is a lot here. So starting off in the main shed here, this is where we keep all of the tractors. So main field tractor is 8410R. We got silage compaction stuff. My tractor here is the 7350R, obviously. Here is the 6250R. So this is our kind of like run around kind of shop tractor. We got Batwing mower and TLX fertilizer spreader with the bale fork back there. Also snowblower, however the hell you pronounce that. So we're gonna be jumping in that tractor today, actually, just because it's bigger. Over here we have pallet and bale storage. It is quite empty at the moment, only 39. You'll see after harvest this thing will get to like 150, 160, and that's what causes a lot of the lag. Especially when we get a lot of production, and we do have a lot of production, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. Over here is the barn bane of my existence. I hate this shed. We have a modded, much larger Silo King TMR mixer. We got our forage wagon, and we have our Peterbilt. Well, I thought it was a 379, but apparently not. It does have a cat engine in it. It's a sweet truck. I believe I can pop the hood on it, but I think it needs to be started. It's a loud truck. Very nice truck though. Over here we got our silo and seed, fertilizer, and fuel storages. mainly grassland equipment on this side. So tedder, windrower, baler. We have a planter and a seeder, and we have a big ass John Deere plow. Arguably too big, but we got it at a really cheap price. Combine, we are running the X9. Even though I despise tracked combines, that's what we got. It came with the farm. Same with this. Came with the farm that we quote unquote inherited. Crone forage harvester. So mainly we switch between. I do all of the forage harvesting. We swap between doing the combining sometimes. It really just depends on what's going on, what we're combining. Moving on, we're gonna go over here to the left. We have our workshop area where we can modify vehicles, repairs, stuff like that. In here is where we keep our John Deere skid steer and its attachments. We're just going to cut through the bushes here. Over here we have the washing station drive-through. And then over here is our main trailer storage. So we have two different gooseneck trailers. One is a flatbed bale trailer, so it does have a bale autoloader on it, which is amazing. The other one is actually for transporting vehicles. It has ramps and extended units. Bale shredder, which you're going to notice we're not going to do bale shredding for a while. Because, no, long story, we have a lot of cows, and because this is a modified map, and you notice the cows are buggy as hell. Yeah, that's not a frame issue. That's just the cows. I don't know why the cows are frame not no working. No work. I do not know why. Me and my friend's systems were both running on high. We were both getting 60 frames, and I don't what I don't know. That just is weird. So we're not gonna do bale shredding because they're modded cows and they use a lot of bedding, and we do not produce uh enough straw. We need straw for feed. We barely produce enough feed as it is. Bale trailer, X's trailers, nice modded trailer. I love this. This is like one of the first mods we put in. And TLX Logistics 48-foot tanker. This is base game power push. And then our semi Fleegle Lowboy. So over here, these are the cows. So we have 161 head of cattle. This is going to go down. So we are doing a mix between dairy cows and cows to sell for the butcher. We're going to stop doing that. We're going to go to full dairy cow here in the next couple of years. So you can see these are going to give birth soon. They're 70% through. When they give birth, the mamas, aka the heifers, and the bulls are going to go to the butcher. We're going to raise the offspring, the calves, up and sell them when they're at good value, and that'll be the end of our beef cows. We used to have chickens, had to get rid of them because we ran out of grain, and I ran the numbers, and in order to feed our chickens for a year, it would have cost us like $170,000. So no chickens for the time being. We will bring them back very soon. Over here we have a multi-fruit silo. This is where we mainly keep any spare hay, TMR, silage, stuff like that. So we're going to be feeding the cows here in a minute, so I'm actually going to open these up because the cows really need to be fed. They go through a lot of feed. And bunker silo, empty right now. So additionally, I'm assuming you guys might have caught it on the mini map. This is what our plot of land looks like. So you can ignore all of this, and down here. Ignore down here as well, because this is not our field. This is not really our property. I just own this because I have to. This is the main bulk of our land. So we are going to purchase this field though. Later this year, 19 will be purchased. We have a soybean field here. Our main pasture here. We used to have pastures here, but once we bought this one, we got rid of those ones because this is more than enough for what we need. Main fields here and here. For our soybeans, right here is grain, and this is going to be a silage field. So this will be corn. We have corn in this field right here and in this field right here. Now you may have also noticed that we do own property here. and we will get to that shortly. So, what are the cows sitting at? Yeah, I'll feed them before I head out. Do have a $150,000 loan out right now. I honestly, I don't foresee that being paid off anytime soon, just because of how much money we do spend. We spend money to make money in here. We've been buying up land like crazy. When we started, we had just this field, this field, and this field. We just had these 3 fields. That's it. After the first year, we acquired these. Second year, we acquired these, and then this and this, I believe, on the 3rd year. So pretty much, without fail, once a year we buy a decent chunk of land. Last year was a little bit different. We didn't buy as much land because of production costs. We did purchase 2. Well, we purchased 1 and then purchased the other, so we have 2 dairy productions as well, additionally as the biogas plant to process our slurry. So we have 2 Double D dairies, Double D Dairy and Double D Dairy North. So that's what is over on field 4 there, is our Double D Dairy North location. Additionally, around the map, you may be noticing a lot of yellow. So the yellow or orange there, not yellow, but orange is the government account. So we'll just teleport so I can show you guys these instead of driving around, just because it's the first game. Here we have the Buck County Sheriff's Office. Once again, the creator of this mod eludes me. It's an amazing mod, and total props to the creator. I'll have to figure out and put a mod list together because I legitimately do not remember who made this mod, and it's awesome. Back here, we keep patrol cars. These ones get really framey because of how detailed this is, and I know that's Michigan, and it says Oakland County, and I don't care. Police motorcycle. This is a great police bike, except for the fact that its siren sounds really dumb. But also, slight issue. Why are the lights so bright? Other than that, amazing mod. Sounds great. Rides great. I just don't. I don't know. Over here we have, this is just the Bucks County Co-op. So Co-op buys Farmers Market here, and then we have a sell everything station here for all the random things that we can't sell. Over here we have the Bucks County Volunteer Fire Department. So this is going to be changing. We're going to be adding some more fire vehicles in here. But because this is the same person that made the police station, this guy always puts like big parking lots, so we have to be considerate of where we position the building. So I can't put the bigger one in with more bays. So that's why like this this rescue squad is parked outside. We do only have 1 Rosenbauer engine for right now because we are not putting the emergency pack in because the emergency pack kept on breaking the game. So we have a Rosenbauer engine. It is pretty sweet. I know very little of like fire department stuff, but the other person that I'm playing with is a volunteer firefighter, so he knows quite a bit. It's a pretty sweet rig though. The whole interior, like all of these interiors, these buildings are amazing. This truck sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. It looks great. It's not customizable. Because I would like to do like white or orange engines because I want to be different. I want to be edgy. I want to be cool. I want to have different colored fire engines. But I can't do that. So we're just gonna get the 8R out because we're gonna be using it anyway. So the only jobs that I have today is cattle need to be fed. I need to finish planting 17, and then need to grab the, is it a planter or seeder? I can never remember the difference. Anyways, you grab the other one, the row crop planter, and do corn over here on 15. In no way, shape, or form do I do farming correctly. So we just do whatever it does. You will notice over here every once in a while, I do not know why, but I will lose engine. I don't know why. I'll lose engine sound over here. Like every other audio will remain the same. It's just engine sound goes away over here sometimes. It's not every time, obviously, because well, it just worked. Okay, so we don't have all that much to finish. Actually, I just couldn't get all of this done before nightfall. I would like to get all matching equipment eventually. I would love to have all deer stuff, but we just cannot afford that right now. Especially with like, you know, we want to buy like toys and stuff. You know, we want to buy like fun stuff to play around with. Especially, you know, now that I'm making videos on here, I want things to show y'all other than just more farming. But you know, in the long haul of it, we spend the majority of our money on things that will make us money back very quickly. Apparently, I missed a very big spot there. We're just gonna go right over this. There we go. So the next buy, I'm thinking, I've wanted a classic car for a while. I also want another motorcycle. I really want to get a Fat Boy, because I really like the Fat Boy mod that Expendables does, and I would really like to get that. I'd also like to get it like any, you know, just a classic, you know, muscle car or something. I was looking at Bronco, with a Bronco mod in. Also looking at like a flipping it and going modern. I have a ZL1 Corvette or Camaro. Trying to think of what else. There's I honestly, out of all of them, I want to get this Porsche, which I know sounds crazy from an American farm in Pennsylvania, but there's a Porsche GT3 RS mod that I have in that is actually like the best out of all the car mods that I've added in terms of realism, and it sounds great, handles great. All of them have something wrong with them. And with modding, it can be a little bit finicky. All in all, though, I mean, mods are hard to create, and you know, I work with what we get. I don't always agree with everything on the mods, but I do think that most of them are pretty good. But a lot of them are drag mods that I have in, so they're for drag racing, which is great. Like, they look amazing, sound amazing, and they actually perform really well. It's just they don't know how to turn because they're not designed to. Because there was this Impala mod that I have in that I was like, oh my god, this thing is like slick. And then as soon as I got the driver's seat, I touched the throttle and I launched into a tree at 160. So, yeah, pop the hood. Was not stock. And I would like to get a drag strip put in. It's difficult to coordinate. I mean, Bucks County is a big map. This is a very large map, and I'm trying to like buy things and put things in for like content. At the same time as I'm trying to like maintain a sense of realism, so that way not everything is really close together, and at the same time that we are able to expand the farm without being on top of stuff. I don't want anything to impede. And that's why, like, most of the stuff for, like, the government or the map and stuff, it's all built in the south, because, well, we're up here in the north part of the map, and the south part of the map is empty. I mean, there's the town. All we own in town is the dairy production. Alright, so that is a wrap for the soybean. So, well, I am not going to clean the tractor off, but I am going to clean the Lemken off here, just because I like to put equipment back clean, especially when it's stuff like this. Like, seeders and planters are, especially now, are going to sit for months. I don't want to put them away dirty. Especially with this, well, no, actually the other one will sit for longer. This one will only probably sit until like the end of summer, and then we're gonna end up planting barley or something. Oh, hit the shed. It is a little bit annoying backing things in here. I thought when I built this farm, so I did all the farm, like I did all the landscaping for the farm, placed all the buildings and everything down. I thought that I had like more than enough room here. No, I didn't. I should have put the silo like way more over. not wait, another like 10 feet would have done. What I really would like to get figured out is our trailer storage situation. Because I don't really like the fact that the trailers are just kind of parked there. I mean, so I like that they're parked there. It's a good position for them. I would like more room to park vehicles, or maybe cover them. I don't know yet. Like I said, it's up in the air on how we're going to spend this money. This is more money than we've had in a while, and like the last time we had this much money, I spent a crap load of it buying. What did we buy last time we had this much money? It was probably the pasture or the production plants. Drop this. So what's nice about this is this will fertilize as we go along here and plant, which is amazing. So I'm going to do one little hedgerow around the field and then start going back and forth. That's how I do most of the fields in this map, because none of them are very square. Yeah, I could never get some people to play this map, or any maps like this, because they don't have square fields, but in areas like Pennsylvania and a lot of the mid-Atlantic, it's kind of rare to find square fields. Like, we just been maximizing our ground. Just putting fields wherever. And a lot of these fields are modified. Like, that is supposed to be 2 fields over there, it's 1. Because we have a plow, so we just are plowing our fields together a lot of the time. Really helps with just downright efficiency. Like, it's just more efficient to run on that field with there being no divide. This field was originally, the farmhouse was where our current house is, but I heavily modified it, made it a lot bigger so we could fit a bigger house. And now we're actually talking about demoing that house, or potentially moving and resetting that ground back to being field, because that little pasture over there was very important until recently. Like, we don't really cut it anymore. And it's not big enough ground for me to, like, okay, I'm gonna go like till that and then start planting crops there. Like, it's just not big enough for that to be worth it. So we were talking about maybe, depending on how we expand, moving the house, or demolishing that house and buying a new one, because we have a whole bunch of new house mods in, and we just kind of want to look at them. Some of them are really, really nice, a little bit bigger, because that house is nice. Like, it's a big house, but it's actually not that big on the inside. So, you know, might move, might get a little bit bigger, you never know. Everything is up in the air on this farm, and you will realize that as I make these videos, that we really don't know what the hell we're doing until we're doing it. But then we almost got all this planting done, and we're done for the spring at least. We'll also skip large amounts of time. And as I make actual roleplay videos, like, this is just kind of like the introduction video. But as we make more videos in character, I'll figure out a way to make that make sense. But we're running 3-day seasons on Farming Simulator 22. So we have 3 days essentially for the month, and to get everything done. Now, depending on the expansion rate of the farm, that's going to get up to maybe 4 or 5 days, which will be better for video making, more difficult for most aspects on the farm, because that means the cows will need to eat more, I believe, unless it calculates down. I don't know if they will be like, okay, cool, so they're not like eating as much because there's more days in the month. I don't know. I don't know. It's modded, so the feed rates are different than normal farms and cows. Because on our last big farm sim map, I didn't make any. I don't think I made videos on that map. I might have done a stream or two, but I did cattle. I did a lot of cattle, and I had one pasture that I cut every time, like every single time I would cut, and that would be for silage and hay. I would cut and bale silage bales, and I would also bale hay out of that field. So, and I would alternate. So one cut I would do hay, next cut I would do silage, and I was able to maintain 200 head of cattle on that because the feeding ratio was different. I think I only ever had to buy like extra silage sometimes, and that was good because we had a farmer that did nothing but silage. This is not that dirty, so I'm not even going to bother cleaning it. Alright, sweet, we got that chopped off. We're going to clean the tractor off. And then we're going to go take a ride, because we have production pallets we need to go pick up. So let's get this tractor all nice and clean. About as clean as I care to get it. It's just gonna get dirtied up again. I'm probably not gonna take the farm truck to go pick up pallets because it's really loud and I don't feel like driving it around. Let's not get crushed in the door. So that is seeding complete for the spring. We are all done with everything. Gonna kind of reposition the truck here. We are actually gonna hop out on. Sorry, the garage door's really loud. We're gonna jump out on the bike. So we, oh, that's right. I don't have a pressure washer. And we'll run that. And then, yeah, jacket's fine. So we're gonna go check our production. I'm not gonna go pick it up today. So this bike sounds amazing. Like, it sounds so good. I mean, that's about what the Screaming Eagle exhaust sounds like for the 2022 Road Glide, so... paving this road, that's also something that I've been, or at least gravel, I've been meaning to do that. Like, it's supposed to be a winter project, and we just never really get around to it, because we skip the majority of winter. The AIs on this map, very annoying. Get some, I guess, radio going. And we're gonna drive like a jackass, so. The motorcycles are very hard to ride. And I will be doing lots of speeding. I promise you, in normal videos, that will not be like this. Trying to drive my point and just make a video because I'm bored. Alright, so here we are at Double D Dairy North. So you may notice this is very bare, not a lot going on here. That is because we are going to be adding greenhouses in production over here. So we're going to be having, like, I'm hoping maybe 10 greenhouses over here, and then I'm also kind of leaving room, instead of maybe not doing that many greenhouses, and allowing us to build an additional production plant The reason being is that we are going to be, the next production we're going into is grain. So that's pretty much been like decided that grain is the next step forward for us. Wow, we do have a lot of product. So maybe I should have come and picked up product today, but good thing I didn't, honestly. And the reason I say good thing I didn't is because I was planning on bringing the little flatbed trailer, and I would definitely need the gooseneck. So grain is the next thing we're going into, so we're going to start milling our own flour, and potentially even getting our own bakery further down the line, and we're going to need room to build that. But we do have more room around in these little fields here. The reason I picked this spot was because if need be, I can go over here, and this field is fairly flat over here. Like that's pretty dead flat actually. So I could buy this field and then go right here and build another one. So now that we've got these moved, won't have any issue with our production over here. Be able to keep on putting pallets out. So now we got to head down south and get to the next production plant. This also has underglow. Quite a bit of, oh, we're gonna get air. Oh yeah, caught air. That's nice. Alright, so we're gonna be pulling into the town here in a minute. We have the livestock market over here to our left. We make plenty of trips down here. This guy's gonna be turning. Hey, you know, okay. You know you're supposed to put your blinker on before you brake. Grocery store right there. Transport depot there. I'm guessing that's like a power plant or something. I've never actually been over there. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a power plant, biomass energy. Fire department's right there. And then eventually what I want to do here is, because you can see the police station through the trees there, I want to continue this main street all the way over there. Let's see how we're doing over here. So we're not as bad at this one as we are at the last one, because this one has a bigger spawning area. So I'm going to start to stack up pallets. So this one's really loud for some reason. We pre-stack our pallets and then come and pick them up at a later date, because it helps just distance out the lag. Like we're putting more time before we bring more pallets into the farm and increase lag. Everything we do is about lag reduction that allows us to do more dumb stuff that is the opposite of lag reduction and actually increases the game's lag tremendously. So we like to think things through. Also, if you didn't notice, we have liftable pallets. Extremely useful for this. Alright, so let's get rolling. So it is a pretty decent sized map. The AIs fly on this map. I mean, I drive faster than the AIs most of the time, but... So we'll go right here and I'll show you all the outside of the police station from the road. So it's a little bit weird, just because like this parking lot is modded, but really nice building, great mod. Normally we run about 45, 35 miles an hour in that area. But just because I'm on the bike, I'm doing dumb stuff. We have our gas station coming up here on the right. Wow, I have the La Cucaracha horn. So, gas station that we never go to because we have a big ass gas tank, or fuel tank. Blinker on. And this is our field right here. That's one of our cornfields. We're going to take the really botched off-road way in. So the main gate is further that way. That's our main entrance in and out. This is our other access road right there. That's another cornfield that we own. You can see we're on the back side of the farm now. Oh, this is a driveway to a house that we actually own. I'd like to tear this house out because I would love to put another house in, because it'd be really nice to actually have two houses. So, interesting little thing that we can look forward to, whatever. Apparently I was going up the wrong road anyway. Right here in this area, I'm going to attempt to put in a sheep barn, so we can start keeping sheep. It's just going to be very difficult because it's not very flat. So, and you're going to see that is the soybean field that we were just working in, just on the other side. Up there you can see just faintly we have a beehive. We are going to be purchasing some more beehives as well. That's another thing we're going to be spending some money on, is some more beehives. So we do have the revamped bee mod. So we'll take a look at that real quick. So what that does is it gives us different bee colony states, bee population, all, like, literally this mod is insane. Like, it adds so many factors in. The bees are literally pollinizing. Like, they're pollinizing this field, which will increase our yield. Now, obviously, our yield's still at 125 because we have perfect pH, and, well, soybean uses no nitrogen. In fact, it actually, if you notice right here, it says, wait, I'm trying to find it. Regardless, you want zero nitrogen on your field for soybeans. You don't want anything on here. You do want good pH. I thought every crop had been limed this year, but it doesn't look like this one has been. We always fertilize, at least crops are supposed to be fertilized, and then we lime to increase our pH once every other year. We have a special offer at the dealer. Oh, it's a 4075 that I don't need. So you can see we can also pick up our honey there. So we're going to probably put a couple more hives in there, as well as additionally some smaller hives around the farm. Just to help increase our pollination and increase our yield. I mean, the more money, the more better. You know, it's just all helping everything out. Over here, we have a pond that we don't use. We'd like to use this pond, but for whatever reason, the game doesn't let you. I mean, we can use the pond to fill tanks, but to supply water for the cows, we still have to pay a fee for some reason. I don't know why. I'll go into those finances when we get back to the house and we get in the office. Take another look at the bike here on the outside. Magical reverse gear for whatever reason, because I guess you can't animate the walking back. underglow off, running lights off, and we'll set the close the garage door. I'm gonna take my helmet off real quick. All right, so here in the office, we can take a look at our finances. So, um, obviously, normal stuff, vehicles, livestock, construction, stuff like that. So you can see most of our stuff is in construction costs, was last year. And you'll see a lot of stuff, we get these big MISC payments. Those are government payments normally. Um, and they're refunds for stuff. So like the $117,000, that was for uh, planting grass at the dairy because that's how much grass costs. And for whatever reason, grass is like insanely priced when you're planting it in the construction menu rather than the like normal way of planting grass. I missed the old John Deere garden tractor mod from Farm Sim 19 because that one was so good because it had a little baby plow, it had a little baby planter, a little baby aerator, like it was amazing for actually like if you wanted to legitimately plant grass in your yard and do like actual IRL yard work. I don't know why they never put it in. But anyways, water costs. These hurt. I don't know why. I don't understand why we pay water costs when we have a pond, but that's just the game. That's charging us for the cattle. And you'll see here, right here, biogas income. All that pretty much does is offset our water cost, and it helps us get rid of our slurry. We forgot to feed the cows. Um, I'll run back down and do that after I finish the video if they're not dying. They're not dying yet. But you see how fast they go through food. Like I'm pretty sure when I started this video, they had more food than that. But that helps offset our slurry because you don't want to have your slurry at full. We also end up selling it. We have to. Same with milk. Like what our productions are sitting pretty high on milk. We have 160,000 liters of milk in production, and we have $120,000 or 120,000 liters just sitting around. Um, that's a lot of money just sitting there. So, like, let's see. Let's go down here. Where is milk? Right there. So at max price, we'll go. We won't go set. We'll go with the current price actually. So if we were to sell to the co-op, the Poo Co-op is where we sell extra slurry. We don't sell anything else there, even though it has to sell everything for it for some reason. Um, yeah, that's $85,000 about um, that we have just sitting around in milk. So you can see why like we want to. I really want to move that product. Like it's additional income. We can afford it. We have a lot of cows. We can still put around 460 head of cattle in that pen, which I think is just ridiculous. That is so many cows. Um, I am perfectly comfortable around between or when we go in between about 130 to 150, 160 head. Um, we have a lot, but like I said, so these are going to go. Angus cows are going to go. So these are our beef cows. When they give birth, we're going to sell those. The bull is going to go with it. Same with this Angus bull. We do have brand new bulls for the Holsteins. Or apparently we only have one. I thought he brought back two. But um, as you can see, like they're, I believe, yeah. So they're also going to give birth to 20 new calves, and I'm cool with them. I sell the dairy cows. We sell at 31 months, so we let them, I believe, have, if my math is right, two uh rounds of reproduction. I'm gonna say that's probably not the right terminology, but whatever. So we let them reproduce twice, each cow, and then they sell. The bulls, I kind of just sell them whenever they're just old. I believe the last ones were like 40 some months old that we sold. Um, I don't really particularly want to let them get to that much, but they do their job until they die, and I'd rather them not die here. I'd rather get some money back for them. I mean, I could technically, like, if I go to livestock market, I think I can buy. Yeah, I can buy bulls as calves. So I can do that. I just prefer not to because it's only $800 for a bull. Like it's very cheap to buy livestock. Like it's an easy way to turn a profit in money because like um, so I sell these at around 1,200. So I can buy these calves, buy 20 of those for how much? Wait, what am I doing? 20. It would obviously be okay. It would obviously be $2,000. I don't know why the hell I had to look at that for that. Anyways, so I can buy this for $2,000, turn it around, sell them for around $20,000. Like you can see where the increase in value comes from, and it's a pretty good way of making money. But that's where we're gonna end this video. I just wanted to show you guys, a little tour of the farm, see what we're getting into, so we can start making some videos on here. Y'all know what's going on in the background. Like I said, I'm gonna put a mod list together. It might not be on this video, it might be on the next one because we're constantly adding and changing mods. But if any modders ever watch this video, thanks for all the mods you guys make. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one when we start actually making these videos on here. So, peace.